I talked to Bob Ueker, by the way.
Did you? Did you see that?
Yeah,
was he mad?
Whatever.
Was he really?
Was he?
What do you mean?
Last time I went on Letterman, I told a story about Bob Ueker.
Yeah.
And what did he say? Does he not remember it?
He said, no.
Was it a bad story?
The story is, all right.
Don't tell the story.
Don't like.
He doesn't
I don't care.
know that
Bob Ueker's 90. I don't care if he's mad. I love Bob Ueker.
No, he wouldn't know it from this show.
How do you know Bob Ueker?
Well, that's part of the story.
Yeah, that's part of the story.
Norm did a commercial with him for light beer.
Okay.
So it was when we were doing the Norm show. So he invited Norm out to spring training in Phoenix, Arizona, and said, "Look, man, come the fuck out to Arizona, man." You know, he's a guy you hear on the TV.
Yeah, Bob Ueker.
Right, but he's so filthy when he talks. Every other word is fuck. It's unbelievable.
Right.
And he's one of the funniest guys I've ever met.
Right.
So Norm says to me, "Hey, man, let's go hang out with Ueker," because he knows I'm a big fan, which was nice. So we go to Arizona. And it's the funniest 24-hour period I've ever spent. We played a round of golf with Bob Ueker, and he let us sit in the booth to listen to him announce a Brewer-Cub game. Okay?
Right.
Now, he had a cough button. You know, if you're going to cough, you hit the cough button and you're not on the air.
Sure.
So, from what I remember, Norm may not remember this because he's friends with Bob Ueker. But anyway, Ueker would be announcing the baseball game.
Right.
And like a fucking jazz musician, it was unbelievable. If he saw a really hot chick in the crowd, he would hit the cough button and say something filthy about her, then go right back to announcing the game. It was like magic. So
unbelievable. You think that's a high-risk thing to be doing. That's like walking the high wire.
He would say, he would say shit like this. He'd go, here's the 2-2 pitch to Sosa. Ground ball to shortstop. Look at the fucking tits on that whore. Over to first base, 2 down.
And he'd hit the button that quickly.
Yeah, and
so you must have been out of your mind, entertained. And now when you listen to him, you're wondering, like, during the spaces, what he's saying.
Howard, that's the story I told on Letterman. I cleaned it up.
Right.
And he started using like old guy words for the chicks. Like he'd go, fly ball to center field. God, I'd like to get with that trollop. That's the third out. So the other thing he did, let me tell the one other thing he did, because this is amazing.
Yeah.
He sees John Fogerty.
No, that was what I was going to do.
Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Let me tell that.
Yeah. All right, go ahead,
Norm.
So he sees John Fogerty, from Creedence Clearwater Revival. So he's like, "Hey man, that fucker's a rock singer." He goes, "But he can get out of the sand trap like nobody's fucking business. I played in a charity tournament with him." So we're like, "Yeah, we know what John Fogerty is." And he goes, "At the 7th inning stretch, I'll have the fucker come up and sing for you."
Fogerty's there with his kid, by the way. He's a big Cub fan. He's here with his 8-year-old son, John Fogerty.
So we're like, no, you don't have to do that.
Right, don't get John Fogerty to sing.
Leave him alone. It's all right. We don't want him singing in front of us.
So then he gets mad at us. He goes, "Do you even know who fucking John Fogerty is?" So we go, yeah. He did Creedence Clearwater Revival. He goes, "Yeah, he did all that fucking shit." But anyway.
So what happened? Did Ueker actually call you after Artie was on Letterman?
I was in Arizona, so I said, "I'll go to spring training." Forgetting that I saw Artie do it. It was really funny sometimes you do things on TV and you forget that it's a human being you're talking about. That's grand.
I don't think it was
Well, you know what it is? Ueker has a clean-cut image. He's one of these guys that broadcasts for a network.
Did I get him fired? I don't think I did.
No, but he probably doesn't want it out there that he's busy, talking about broads.
The other thing he did was he was on Mr. Belvedere.
Right. Yeah.
And he found out that 4 years into the show, he found out that the actor who played Mr. Belvedere might be a homosexual.
Right.
I asked him a question because Fred Wolf told me there was a rumor that Mr. Belvedere, the actor, during a read-through, sat on his own balls.
Right.
At a read-through. And I didn't know if it was a myth or not,
Yeah.
So Ueker, he doesn't listen too much. Oh, boy. I said to him, "Is it true, Bob, that I heard this thing about Mr. Belvedere that he was at a read-through?" And then he goes, "Oh, yeah, he was a huge fucking fag."
I said, "I remember you from Mr. Belvedere." And he goes, "That guy was fucking riding up the Hershey Highway."
Nice fucking guy, though.
And then we golf with him, Howard. We're golfing with him, and again, it's a guy you see on TV.
Right.
And like, there's 2 women in front of us with 2 guys,
right.
And he's like, "What the fuck are these guys doing?" And he starts screaming. He goes, "Start moving! What is that? A gang fuck up there?"
So he's a fun guy.
He's the funniest guy I've ever met in my life.
How do you become friends with a guy like Ueker? You'd think
I
the
know
two
how
of you guys would
become friends.
But I just think like you two guys would have no reason to get together. Here you are, this irreverent comic. And,
we did a Miller Lite commercial.
That started the friendship.
But anyways, I was in Arizona a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks, a month ago, whatever, for spring training, and I went up to the booth, and he goes, man, what about that fucking Artie Klein?
Artie Klein.
And then he goes, he really does not like Artie Klein anymore. And he goes,
he doesn't know Artie Klein.
Fuck Artie Klein.
Yeah, Artie Klein's an asshole.
Yeah. Right. He goes, the funniest thing is, he goes, that cocksucker must be running a little short of material.
He's doing Bob Ueker private lines.
Yeah, I mean, well, listen, tell Bob I'm sorry.
No.
But he really was one of the funniest human beings I've ever met in my life.
How old a guy is he?
Man, he looks good. He has two like artificial knees he just got in.
He was a catcher, so he's
right.
So I go, how are the knees? He goes, fucking great, man. I can still give a fucking blowjob.
What?
I shouldn't be saying any of this.
Yeah, Jesus, Norm, you're doing the same thing.
I know.
The man's got grandkids.
I know.
He's giving blowjobs?
I said it clean on Letterman.
What the hell does that mean? He's giving a blowjob.
Well, he's clearly not.
He told us a story. What with the story?
Remember when he brought us back to the hotel?
Yeah,
we were going in, and there was a bar, and he said, man, that bar looks like it's got some good cock in it. And we were kind of confused. We thought.
I think he was trying. That's true.
Wow, he's
apparently
wild.
Norm can't remember any of the insulting things I remember.
But I remember why. I found out why he said it, because I asked Bob Costas. I said, that seems very strange. And he said that athletes use that term for women, for pussy.
No, I think what happened was
because they're so masculine.
That's crazy.
Because they're so masculine that they can do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
he thought like they're comfortable in their sexuality.
Yeah.
But I think what was going on was he was being like extra filthy.
Right.
I think he thought we were two like younger comedians, and he was trying to like maybe.
You think he was
Talk
trying to
your
impress you in some way,
language,
like talk the language of the young comics?
Maybe there might have been a little bit of that.
Yeah.
But I mean, because every other word was fucking. It was so funny. He told us some of the most amazing stories about old baseball guys.
Right.
That what did he played a
Billy
trick?
Martin.
He played
the bag's on you.
He played a trick on Don Drysdale, this old pitcher.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know Don Drysdale.
Everybody knows Don
Yeah, you know what?
Drysdale.
as a matter of fact, I can't even tell that story.
Tell that story,
don't
no.
tell
It,
Wow.
it involves Frank Sinatra and a kidnapping. He goes, but no, I don't know.
That's fun stuff.
Yeah, he was the best. I loved him. I'm sorry he doesn't like me anymore.
Well, Artie Klein, he doesn't.
Yeah, he likes. Artie Lang, the comedian, he likes.
I'm sure he'll appreciate Norm's. There's a lot of cock in that bar. Me and Norm could not stop doing. To this day, when we call each other, we have to do Bob Ueker for 20 minutes.
It's so great. That's great that he even got to see the appearance and hate you. That's wonderful.
I'm glad someone told him about it.